In the next few weeks, we will celebrate Passover. This is a busy time of preparation. People are busy shopping, getting ready, inviting guests for their sedarim. And I wanted to share with you just a few important tips for your upcoming seder. Number one, many people believe that it is halachically necessary. It is necessary according to Jewish law to make your guests hungry, to go through the seder starving. But technically, that isn't exactly true. And in fact, it doesn't really make for a good seder. In our house, the Infeld-Weinberger house, we actually use the minhag, the custom, of serving an extra big salad for karpas. Not just a little bit of greenery, but we actually serve a full salad. And for kids, we put out a bowl of potato chips. We make sure that within a few minutes of the beginning of the seder, everyone has had enough food to be able to enjoy an intellectually challenging and interesting seder. Number two, many people think that they have to follow exactly what is written in the Haggadah, and there's no room for diverting from the text. But the reality is the rabbis actually want you to make the seder your own. The seder is a night full of what's known as midrash, rabbinic interpretation of Torah. The rabbis want you to include your own midrash. They want you to include your own interpretations, your own stories. At our house, we not only ask people questions and ask them to put their own insights into the seder, but I actually go into the sources and find interesting midrashim from the rabbis that are recent and ancient in order to ensure that the Haggadah, the story, that which is given to us by the rabbis, is made even more interesting. And finally, many of us believe that the Seder is all about the Exodus from the land of Egypt. And it is. But it's about much more than that. The Exodus from the land of Egypt is a metaphor. It is a metaphor, actually, about the coming of the Messianic age. And the Haggadah and the entire Seder is not just about our redemption from the land of Egypt, but it is actually about our redemption from this world and all of the troubles that come with it. In this third piece of advice, I encourage you not just to read the Haggadah and the Seder being about a story that can tell us about something that happened thousands of years ago, but I encourage you to read it about something that can take place not only now, but in the future as well. Now, normally when people give advice and tips, they usually give 3 points of advice, 3 tips, and I'm going to stick to those 3 tips. But I do want to add just a 4th one. And that is that if you are making Seder this year, you might want to include some great recipes. I don't have those recipes, but I know who does. A woman named Bonnie Stern, one of the greatest cooks in Canada. And she is coming to Congregation Beth Israel on March 30th in order to give us a few Passover tips. And not only that, but she'll be providing samples, and we will also have some wine to taste as well. So please remember to join us at 7:30 here at the JCC at Congregation Beth Israel on the 30th of March in order to learn from the best, Bonnie Stern. Thank you and Chag Sameach.